there's Mandalay Bay halfway up. I see the shot coming from Mandalay Bay.
Massacre on the Las Vegas Strip as a gunman opens fire on concert goers from 32 stories high.
We believe he had a device similar to a hammer to smash the windows.
Witnesses say the barrage of gunfire just kept going and going.
I thought this has to stop at any minute. This is a bad situation, but at least it's going to be over soon, and it just wouldn't end.
No matter what place you went for cover, there was 2 to 3 bodies to accompany that.
A horrific event. It's now the worst mass shooting in modern American history.
Police have identified the suspect, but not the motive. Hello, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
I'm Jessica Dean. The FBI says that suspect is a 64-year-old retiree with no connection to international terror groups. Police say he carried out his attack from a room inside the Mandalay Bay Hotel. That's across the street from where the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival was wrapping up.
Police say Stephen Paddock acted alone when he opened fire on the crowd of more than 20,000 people below. 58 deaths have been reported so far. At least another 500 people were injured. When SWAT teams stormed the gunman's hotel room, they found he had killed himself. Officers also found as many as 10 firearms in the room. Now the question is, why did he do it? Law enforcement officers cordoned off the crime scene as they investigate the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Country music star Jason Aldean was performing at the Route 91 Harvest Festival Sunday night when gunshots rang out.
There's people laying everywhere. People were bleeding.
We have an active shooter. We have an active shooter inside the whereabouts.
Many in the estimated crowd of 22,000 thought it was fireworks until victims started falling.
I saw people in front of me get hit with bullets, and my first thing was just to hop on my friends and make sure everyone was okay.
Police identified the shooter as 64-year-old Stephen Paddock from Mesquite, Nevada. They say he opened fire from his hotel room on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay onto the crowd below before killing himself.
We have one suspect down inside the room.
Police describe Paddock as a lone wolf with no known motive. The Islamic State claimed responsibility, but the FBI says there is no immediate evidence connecting the attack to an international terror group.
I don't know how it could have been prevented if we didn't have any prior knowledge to this individual.
Paddock's brother says the family is horrified and they have no idea what triggered the rampage.
No religious affiliation, no political affiliation, no, he just hung out.
And no history of mental illness.
Not a bit.
Authorities are asking for blood donations and say it will take time to identify all the dead and injured. Audio from police scanners in Las Vegas captured the terror as it unfolded.
Here's an excerpt from that recording taken as SWAT teams arrived at the suspect's hotel room to blow open the door.
Sit on the suspect's door. I need everybody in that hallway to be aware of it and get back. We need to pop this and see if we get any type of response from this guy to see if he's in here or if he's actually moved out somewhere else.
Copy. All units on the 32nd floor. SWAT has explosive breach. Everyone in the hallway needs to move back. All units move back.
Breach, breach, breach. We need the weapon. We are clearing this room. We have one suspect down.
We need the air clear for Zebra 20. They have one suspect down.
And once again, the motive of the shooter remains a mystery tonight.
As we mentioned, he has been identified as 64-year-old Stephen Paddock of Mesquite, Nevada. He was not on the radar of law enforcement, but he was heavily armed. Authorities found at least 10 guns in his hotel room, where police say he took his own life. Here's more now from his brother, who spoke out in shock from Orlando, Florida.
There's not even anything I can say. I mean, how do you... I mean, my brother did this. This is like it was done, you know, like he shot us. I mean, if he'd have killed my kids, I couldn't be more dumbfounded.
We've learned the suspect's father was a bank robber who spent years on the FBI's most wanted list.
Authorities say Paddock had checked into the hotel on Thursday. This is the outside of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, and you can see this missing window on the 32nd floor. Police say Paddock used a hammer-like device to smash out the windows and then carried out his attack on concert goers below.